You got about 5 months before crypto exchanges in Canada start reporting all your entire history to CRA. It's not a law yet. The bill is passing to Parliament right now, but there's already a date on the calendar, and that is January 1st, 2027. Starting that date, Canada will be joining CARF, the Crypto Asset Reporting Framework. Here, we're going to be talking exactly when it lands, what it is about, and how it will affect you from now until the beginning of the bill. Quick and honest, before we start, this is just general information. It is not personal, tax, or legal advice. Your situation cannot be described in this video. Okay, let's start talking what's actually coming. This is called CARF. It's a Crypto Asset Reporting Framework. It's an OECD standard that Canada has joined alongside 67 other countries around the world. This new standard establishes that every crypto asset provider that has your KYC information will be required now to share all your transaction history with CRA. That means transaction trades, swaps, transfers, any kind of volume will be shared starting January 1st, 2027. This bill is currently in Parliament in Bill C-31 in the last steps before it gets approved. And once it's approved, all your information will be required to be shared at all times. Now, this isn't something that somebody floated last week. This whole thing started in August 2025, when the first initial bill got presented against Canada. Now, over the past year, that bill has been modified and extended to reach Bill C-31 and being the final step for approval. Many countries around the world that are joining this standard will be establishing the requirements for all crypto asset providers starting in 2027, 2028, and 2029. Let's talk about timeline. I already mentioned that January 1st, 2027 is when all the transactions are starting to be recorded against your name. But the first reporting won't land on CRA hands until 2028. What that means, any kind of transfers you send to self-custody wallets now will be associated with your persona. Here's the thing that people get wrong. They hear 2028 and they believe they have 2 years until then. But as the transactions are being recorded starting January 1st, 2027, any kind of movement that you've done to self-custody wallets or any exchange in the exterior that has your KYC information will now be under your name. That means every month, more information is getting associated to you. If you had transfers to a self-custody wallet and that wallet now associated to your name had previous transactions that you never declared, CRA will be requiring and reaching out with a letter to you. If you're sitting there saying, oh, okay, but what happened if I didn't declare my transactions over the past 5-6 years? Here's the different options you have. The CRA has a program called the Voluntary Disclosure Program. This program allows you to come forward with CRA and share your entire transaction history over the past couple of years, and CRA will reduce the penalties and will reduce up to 75% of the interest on the charges of the tax owed. Now, if you wait until CRA contacts you first with a questionnaire, that will become a voluntary disclosure through the prompt program. That means you can only get your penalties relief and up to 25% of the interest, compared to the 75% before. If you wait until you go into a formal audit, you will not be able to get neither the penalties or the interest waived by CRA, and you'll have to assume the full cost. Sit with Doug for a second. Same numbers, same transactions, same taxpayer, but different outcomes. It all's up to you. Right now, if you reach out before CRA reaches out to you, you'll be able to take advantage of this program. But if you wait until the crypto asset reporting framework establishes and CRA receives your reports from the crypto exchanges, that decision will be taken away from you. If that paragraph made your stomach a little bit unsettled, then go in the description below and book a call with us for a CARF readiness review. Everyone else, stay with me for the next part, because even if you reported things correctly, you should be aware of these things. Here's the 2 things worth knowing about even if you think you're clean. The first one is self-custody. Everybody believes that self-custody puts you outside the system. But under the new CARF framework, any transfer that an exchange sends to a wallet that they don't control will now be reported and associated to your name. That means the entire history of that wallet will now be under you, even if you thought you were outside the system. The wallet itself isn't reporting on you. Your ledger is not calling CRA, but the exchange is. CRA will be able to see the coins that you have left and all the history on those wallets. Now, the second part worth knowing about is the scope. If CRA opens up a questionnaire or an audit on you, it doesn't mean that we're only going to be looking at 1 year. They can ask for all your crypto wallets, all your transactions, anything that you own, and they'll be able to open up a review for multiple years at a time. If your transaction history doesn't hold up, then they will be reaching out and see how they can get their money back. Let's be honest, most people don't know whether crypto adds up until somebody sits down with them and actually reconstructs it. Let me make it concrete. This is something that we see very common in all of our clients. A lot of people don't know or don't fully understand how history of your transactions gets reported on chain. And a lot of times, if you don't reconstruct it properly, there's a lot of missing information. This could come from a transfer to a Bitcoin wallet that contains an XPub and not the proper receiving address, or it could be a dead exchange that you never knew you had to download transaction history from. That will affect your cost basis. Any kind of mistakes or information that's missing in your report, that's the space that CRA will use to take advantage and see if they can reach out to you for wrong information. Now, a lot of times this is not out of dishonesty. Sometimes people just don't fully understand how everything works. So now you have the real option. If you follow up and you want to do the BDP program, please reach out to us and we can make sure that your entire crypto history holds up. We can coach you around the areas that you don't fully understand and see you how to put all the transaction history together. To finalize, let's go over 3 things. The first one is you need to get your real numbers. That means you need to collect all your transaction history, reports from exchanges, any self-custody wallet you have owned, information from any DeFi protocol you participated over the past year. The second one is you need to actually understand what is reportable. What do you need to do in terms of your transactions? What are the taxable events of each? And how will they affect you? And the last part will be you need to make sure your entire crypto history holds up. If there's any missings, you still have the time to join the voluntary disclosure program and make sure that you can take advantage of the services of reducing your penalties and your interest as much as possible. If you wait until CARF comes into place, as mentioned before, that will get taken away from you. Look, this isn't about panicking. It's about getting ahead of the clock before the new regulation comes into place. This is why the team at MyBookly has built a CARF readiness review for you to sit down with us, go over your crypto history transactions, and build up the proper reports required by CRA. So if you have any inquiries, please look at the link below for booking a call with us.